think the reason the biological sciences are important to study is because you want to find out how life works. I think that's what motivates biologists, is trying to understand the amazing machinery of life.
So the biological sciences underpin everything that we do. So whether that's understanding how the biomechanics of how people work, whether that's medicine, trying to cure diseases, but also the impacts that we have whenever we move around the world on the natural environment.
In my case, I'm a biomedical scientist, so if you did that kind of subject, you could go on and work in a hospital, you could definitely go on and do research or be a teacher, but you can also move into other industries and other types of work, because in biological sciences you learn a lot of communication skills, a lot of analytical skills, so any job that requires these skills is something that you could do.
I've had a former student, now very high, in an American pharma company. He actually lives in California. All the way to someone working for JP Morgan. Several people doing teaching. You know, the options are quite a few people working for the NHS. The options are endless.
I think the main advice I would give to prospective students would be to keep your passion and interest for the subject. I think it's all very well talking about careers, and that's very important, but if you lose your interest in the subject and forget why you came to study biology in the first place, then you'll probably struggle.
The main piece of advice I would give is to come and enjoy your degree. I think you've got to ask questions, you've got to interact, you've got to engage, because then you will become enthused about the subject and you'll be inspired, and you will do well just because you're enthusiastic about it. And don't focus on just trying to memorise and learn facts, but be engaged and interact in your classes.
We understand health, but we take food for granted. And things like climate change, one gets to realize the impact of agriculture, both the impact climate change will have on agriculture and the impact agriculture, food production, has on climate change itself. And is immensely less populated plant science, as fascinating. I wanted to get into plant science.
So I originally started off studying anthropology. That's what my undergraduate degree is in, because I found it fascinating. But once I had graduated, I realised that the bits that I really found interesting were how humans affected the natural environment. And in order to work in that field, I needed to study biological sciences and understand more about the world around me. So I ended up doing a master's in biology, and then that's led me where I am now.
My main project in terms of research is a collaboration with Shobana Dissanayeke in this department. She's a microbiologist, and we're interested in bacterial biofilms on the surfaces of orthopedic implants. And we work with a surgeon at St. Peter's Hospital in Chertsey, testing different materials for the operations that he performs to see which material resists bacterial infection the best.
So I do research on human behaviour and primate behaviour and how that relates to conservation. So a lot of my research is looking at human hunters and how this affects the behaviour of primates, but I also look at human psychology and how we decide which species we want to conserve, how we decide which species are more important. So why is it that everybody wants to save the elephant and nobody wants to save the